$400 lighting
versus $1,200 lighting.
Does more expensive mean more better?
Let's find out.
Go. We bought two identical Nissan 350Zs, and we've been modifying them to be fun daily drivers that you can take to the track.
One Z gets really expensive cool parts, and the other Z gets the cheap stuff.
Then we test them to see which components are actually worth spending your money on.
We've compared coilovers, brakes, wheels, tires. We've turbocharged both of our cars, and today we're adding some stuff that doesn't necessarily improve the car's performance, but when you look good, you drive good. At least that's what I'm hoping. These are $800 taillights.
Unreal.
Made by a company called Unique. I've heard that Zach Job can potentially program these in any way that we want.
Insane.
We got some XK Glow headlight bulbs here. These are $150. They're more advanced than I knew headlight bulbs could be. We also got an underglow kit. This was $250. I can sync both of these to my phone, do strobes and change colors. You better pay attention, Nolan, because you might be driving home one day. Me and Zach Job roll up behind you and it's like, boop, 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 boop. Flashing them blue and reds, man. You get pulled over, we'll beat you up.
All right, I'll keep an eye out. On low car, we have $400 of eBay lights. So let's just dig in and see what we get.
Both boxes for our lights are the same boxes. So we had a suspicion that they were the same lights.
They definitely are. They're the same design for sure.
And what we think happened is the guy that we bought these from purchases Nolan's lights and then retrofits cool LED stuff inside of them.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of stoked that a car dude made these rather than a factory.
Low car also got some underglow, James. Oh boy, it's just a strip of lights that we'll have to fix ourselves, I suppose. It's got sticky tape on the back and it comes with a bunch of zip ties, so I'm sure this will be nice and secure on the car. You might have gotten some headlight bulbs, so we got a full headlight housing. What do you think, dude?
It looks like there are guns in it.
Yeah. I'm so stoked on it.
Dude, I love it. That is so perfect for low car.
They were $213.
I think they're worth every single penny.
Yeah. So we've got our $400 setup here.
We got our $1,200 setup here.
And the question is, can the cheap stuff flex as hard as the expensive stuff?
Do yours change colors?
No.
Not off to a good start, Nolan.
It's time to swag out the low car. I've been looking forward to this episode the whole time we've been shooting this series. All right, so I'm removing the stock taillights. They're held in with three 10mm bolts that hide under these little plastic tabs here. Take them out pretty easy. And then, according to the internet, you kind of just pull it sideways. There's these little tabs in there that are holding them in. There you go. Uh-oh. I already see a problem. The wiring for the aftermarket lights, they do not use this kind of plug. This might be more difficult than I thought.
So basically we got to connect the stees to the battery. The stees bones connects to the battery bones.
These things can change like into 30,000 different colors by using your phone.
16 million, James.
16 million?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I can't even name 16 million colors,
Well,
dude.
you better get started.
Red, green, orange, pink, purple, teal, light purple, neon green, hot blue.
Maybe I'll do one headlight, make sure that it'll fit and then it works. So this is the bulb that was in the car. It's an HID. This is the H7 connector that the XK Glow kit was based around, which is a very different connector than what's on the bulb. So we can just cut some stuff, solder some stuff, and make it work, but it's a little unforeseen hurdle.
It's not a plug and play system as we thought it would be. Aaron's gonna have to do some custom wiring. Now it's gonna take like an hour at least to get it running. I guess the only thing to do is give the headlights a try.
Just smells like farts in here.
Sorry.
Oh.
All right, listen. We're gonna make these color changing bulbs work one way or another. So this car has HIDs, so it's got this little transformer box here. Basically, power goes in, it becomes high intensity, and then it discharges into the headlight bulb. So we're gonna just cancel that thing altogether, clip the wires right here, run those wires to our new bulbs, and we should be in business. Check back in 20 minutes.
Ever since we've bought this car, there's been condensation in the headlight, and we just never addressed it because, you know what, low life. So many zip ties holding this freaking car together, dude. Second light's going in.
All right, so this is our first test with the new headlights. Nolan, ready?
Go ahead, Aaron.
Let's get those headlights making colors, huh?
Yas.
So we're gonna wire this stuff straight to the battery for right now. I was planning on doing it to, you know, like an ignition source from the fuse box, but we don't have that much time, and well, that's really it.
We started this show to compare expensive parts to cheap parts, but I also want to add that it's comparing expensive parts to cheap parts under a very tight timeline.
So we got party lights going, you see this? Ooh, red, white, and blue.
Yeah, dude, Merca.
Today I'm gonna be tackling new steering wheel. Oh baby, an NRG 3-spoke wheel. I don't even know what you'd call this finish, but I think it matches the spirit of the car very well. Before you install a new wheel, it's very important that you disconnect your battery. Why? Because your airbag. You don't want to blow your hands off working on your car. That would be very unfortunate. Along with our wheel, we also got a quick release hub. It's a race car thing, you know, having your wheel out makes it easier to get in and out of your car, especially with racing seats. We're gonna take this plastic face off of the wheel. Underneath, there will be the airbag assembly, which is the reason we disconnected the battery. There will also be a nut holding the steering wheel onto the steering column itself. Once we loosen that, we'll be able to slide the wheel off and begin the installation process for our new wheel. This is the dumbest tool for this job, but whatever. That was scary.
Our aftermarket brake lights came with 4 wires. 2 of them are black, one's green, the other one is green with a white stripe. So just to double check, even though I'm pretty certain which one does what, I got this power probe right here, which tests continuity and gives things 12 volts, so it's very easy when you're trying to figure things out. When it beeps, complete circuit, then you have continuity. I'm gonna give 12 volts to one of the green wires to figure out which one is which. So this one's the green wire with the white stripe. That's probably your running light. Then I'm gonna go to the green wire and do the same thing. Since it's brighter, that's the brake light. So now you know which one's which. You don't wanna cut wires until you know exactly what does what, because it's not very easy to repair. Brake light.
They look great. I mean, they're not too much different than the stock ones, but I like the design. This thing's rowdy, dude. I love it.
Kind of debating on how we're gonna run the wires. I think ideally I'd go under the carpet inside, but again, we don't have that much time. So I'm debating whether or not there's a good option to go underneath the car and just go up to the taillights that way, but it's not looking too great. This door panel, We've got power and ground to our taillight harness now, so I guess I'm gonna plug them in and see if they work.
While Job is working on the taillights, I'm gonna lay out our underglow kit, make sure we have all of our parts. Up until this point, everything we've done to both these cars has been to add the fast. But today, we're gonna add and the furious. You can have any beer you want, as long as it's a Corona. Family.
Oh yeah, baby. That's how people know we're serious.
Oh, hi baby.
You wanna chill in the car? Don't pee.
Hello, birdie.
Hello, buddy.
Look at this thing, come on. Come on.
Oh, look, I'm Frank. We're about to plug in this taillight, see if it does anything.
Let's see it, dude.
Give me a plug, dude. Give me a plug. Plug me up,
Check
Daddy.
out Zach Job's new show,
No,
Money
no,
Pit,
no,
only
no.
on...
Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? Go ahead.
Check out Zach Job's new show, Money Pit, only on Donut Media. He's building a sick Miata, and we encourage you to build along. We're doing it with a budget in mind. You guys have been asking for mid-car. I think the Miata is mid-car. That a good
Gotta
plug?
be, baby. That's a good plug. Now plug me like this.
Okay, cool.
And let's see what happens.
Ooh.
Dude, that's
hey, I might be stopping, or I might just be like,
This is what you call steezing for no reason.
yeah.
All right, so the taillights are in and working. Time to move onto the underglows, yeah? You ready?
Yeah. Are we missing some hardware?
I don't know.
Probably.
For what?
Okay, let's move on to the underglows.
All right, here we go. Works. Yes. Oh, that's such a cool noise. When this thing's at Z days, it'll be pretty steezy.
That thing looks good,
I
dude.
feel like a grandma right here. This is like some NASCAR.
Yeah, super NASCAR.
I do like the feel of it, and it was surprisingly easy to install.
Time to install the underglows. They came with these little channel thingies that you screw up into the car and they'll hold the lights. So we got a drill, we got an impact driver, and we're ready to go, baby. We'll go a little more forward, and a little more forward. Yep. Did? I don't remember. The taillights are in and they work, the headlights are in and they work, and the underglows are in place and they're working. So now it's all the tedious stuff, hiding all the wires, tying stuff up, and all that kind of junk.
This is a universal kit, so they gave us enough wire to wire a semi-truck.
This part kind of sucks. Cheap. It's just cheap. Our $25 lights are so small that we're gonna have like tiny bits of like light shining from under the car instead of the whole thing.
Ooh, baby! Looks pretty cool. Look at it shine up on the wheel up here.
So everything's wired up, it's working, it looks steezy AF, a little silly, but super fun. We're gonna go do some crimes.
I'm in for crimes.
I love doing crimes with you guys.
Dude, you guys are great for doing crimes with.
Street sharking is not a crime.
Yeah, that's good enough. We don't have enough length to get all of our lights to where they should be to make the car look good.
I think I could do this thing.
He thinks
We're with 4 very, very thin wires.
this right here is like the worst wire that you could work with. The only way this is good is when you buy it and you just don't touch it, because the wire is so brittle that if you crimp it a little bit too hard, it snaps and then you mess up your length.
No, that's under the sway bar. Come on, man. Yeah, no, I would like it to go through the car, right? Like,
Get along with these guys. Bunch of armchair quarterbacks. Can't believe this shit.
You know, the coffee's good sometimes, you just gotta drink it. And he was able to pull it off. What he ended up doing was using slightly larger wire, going from very thin 24 or 26 gauge to like an 18 gauge, pretty decent wire. Because it's so long, could potentially burn out our LED or damage the little controller in the long run. But for now, we can look legit. Let's see if we can get these things to work.
no, dude. No, dude. No. So ridiculous, dude. I love this.
I think it came out pretty dope for 25 bucks a
amazing.
kit.
Yeah, dude.
50 bucks total, now you got all this
love it.
flare.
Looks great. It's making light. It might not be quite as bright as ours, but I think at night this thing's gonna look sick. These cost $25. You can't go wrong. Put these in my room.
There's only one more thing to do. Wait for the sun to go down and mob with my boys.
I think this is like my boxer, honestly.
So, does more expensive mean more better?
I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, it does. our remotes barely worked.
Yeah.
We had to get extra wiring to run the lights all the way to the back.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, for 20 something bucks, I think it's a good value. I just think the high car components are of a better quality.
The fact that High Team ended up spending over $1,200 just to make the car funnier, I think like smiles per dollar, you guys destroyed us in this challenge.
Absolutely. I think there's a far lower chance of getting pulled over with our taillights than
Why?
yours.
You mean because when we hit the brakes, they cause people to have epileptic seizures? Those headlights are atrocious.
Yeah.
Like a tribal arm
that's
tattoo.
That's what the car is missing. But that's why I chose them. They suit the cars so well, I think. I choose to revel in it.
Yeah,
you know?
totally. They're like 100% on point for the style of this car. Nolan, which one would you buy?
By component, I think I would go with the expensive LEDs just for peace of mind and ease of use. Taillights, I think I'm going to go with the cheap ones. They work well and they won't get me arrested. I'm going to go with the high car headlights on this one.
I think I'm the same. I think like high car headlights, low car taillights, and I'd probably go low car neons just because I can't notice a difference. At the end of the day, all of this stuff was just to be fun. And I think both cars are super fun, so I'd rather do it at a fifth of the price. Thank you guys so much for watching High-Low. This episode and all the episodes before it. Next week is the last of the Z's.
It's the final track battle. It's the final confrontation between high car and low car. Which mods will come out on top, James? I can't wait to find out.
We got a lot of new shows. We're not slowing down at all, guys. Donut Every Day, official now until the day I die. Follow us at Donut Media across all social media. Follow Nolan at Nolan J. Sykes. Follow me at James Pumphrey.
Thank you.
I love you.
See you next time.